Hey lawyers, in this video, I wanted to give you 7 ways that you can attract high-paying clients to your law firm. So the first one being what I call niching down. I've talked about this at length in other videos. I wanted to mention it here because it's so critical that you really narrow down and focus on a target audience type of dream client that you want to cater to and passionately serve, as well as that you're good at serving and doing what it is that you do as an attorney in performing the type of service for them. The other factor to consider when deciding who your dream client is make sure that they have an ability to actually afford your service. So, it doesn't make sense. There's certainly many types of clients out there, and some maybe have it's an exceptionally large market, but they just may not have the means to pay for your services. An example being, say, like an unbundled family law type need or matter, where it's hard for them even to come up with $1,000 to $1,500, knowing that if they really wanted to litigate an entire custody battle or family law related case, could be 5, 7, 8, 10 or more $1,000 in order to properly help them get the result that it is that they want. So make sure that whoever your dream client is, they have a means to pay you. You're passionate about helping them, and you are as well good at doing the services or service that you provide for them. So that's number one, is niching down. And kind of to add on to that, something that the affluent are looking for, they are far more willing to pay a premium for really good results or better results in a faster delivery. So something that I've learned to appreciate in my own journey as a business person, entrepreneur, is time is really the most valuable asset. It's one that we never get back, and we all have a finite amount of. So we all have a major due diligence and more responsibility to be as effective with that time as possible. And particularly people of affluence really recognize the value of time, and so they will do, instead of this goes to a Dan Sullivan philosophy of, instead of figuring out how to do something and being the one to figure out, what do I need to do to make this achieve this goal or fix this problem, whatever it is, instead of asking that question how, they ask the question who. So that is abundantly strong and relevant in the minds of people who have money, who are wealthy. They are always in the habit of delegating and paying a premium. They're on the hunt, always, most of the time, on the hunt for the top tier person who can take care of the task for them in an exceptional way, and they're willing to pay a premium for it. So whenever you're, and we're going to get into this more in this video, but keep that at forefront of your mind. How can you offer your service in a way that is going to provide the best results in the fastest possible time? So big 90% of it is just that. So moving on, the next thing to attract high-paying clients is what's traditionally called authority marketing. Now, what that is it's putting out content specific to your audience, specific to what it is that they're looking for, and answering the questions that they have and solving little problems, and you're putting it out in ideally video format, which then you can create a blog post out of, you can create an email out of, you could format it for the different social media channels. The point is, you are providing upfront value to your specific niche audience, your dream client, in a consistent way and in a way that can speak to the masses, as opposed to like direct messaging someone or just having one-on-one conversations, whether it's email, whether it's text, maybe it's talking to different groups online, channels. So there's a right way to do those things, but those are one-to-one conversations. They're just linear activities, and to exponentially grow and leverage that time that we all have a finite amount of, spend the time making things that are going to scale and give you the highest return. So when you become the authority, this is going to over time snowball into a massive success for you, because people will continue to share your content. The word of mouth will continue to increase, and you're going to reach people that you never could have reached in the first place if you were just having one-on-one conversations each and every day. So really become the authority on the topic, and publish and promote unending to that. So to kind of go more detail as far as what we're talking about here, what kind of content, before I get into that, the next thing is when communicating with the audience, with what it is that you are sharing and want to advise and help people through with the problems that they're searching for help for, explain it in a story format. Now, I've been doing marketing probably close to 20 years now, and I've always heard, just sell by story. Stories sell. I heard that countless times, but I didn't get that. I didn't get that until recently. And the power behind the story is what ends up happening is your prospect or your audience comes to their own conclusion about the thing that you want them to know. So some examples of this being, I'm just going to use some of our clients' testimonials in their videos. So one being he had a divorce client, and the other side was asking for 70% of the earnings, the total value of the assets and community property to be divided was $50 million. And they were trying to just stick him with 30% giving to his client. He ended up winning and overcoming that and got his client half, so $25 million when all is said and done. And the other side was so upset with their own lawyer and was extremely impressed with our client and the job that he did for his client. So much so that they even wrote their own review positively for him. So that's one story. And then another story that comes to mind is another client had his client on the line. They were it was a breach of contract issue, and they were on the hook for $1 million. And after looking into the specifics of his contract, there was an indemnity clause that said that this other party was actually to be indemnified in this particular scenario. So he was able to shift the liability to this other party and got his client off the hook for a $1 million judgment. Obviously, that's a huge win. And so, they're in both those examples. Of course, they're telling those stories to their particular audiences, but those are really powerful in examples of that. So, going back to what I was saying is, try to, whatever the education is, whatever the point of the video is or the content, try to communicate the points in the form of a story. And a great place to start for that are just simply recounting client successes and testimonials to prove your point. So adding on to the authority marketing, which this brings us to point number 4, or way number 4, is just educate. Educate your audience. They have many questions. They have many problems, little problems that they are trying to solve in the journey that they're in. And so what you want to do is just answer each one of those little stories. And what ends up happening is you give them some applicable information that actually takes care of that. They solve it. But then what you also want to do is engineer. So when they solve this first small problem, and then the second and the third, then they end up hiring you for the fourth one, because that fourth one is actually a harder problem to solve, and they need your help to do it. So as you build out your content, just you're engineering the process for them to hire you, the journey for them to hire you, and all the while, of course, we're genuinely helping them and giving them insights and ways that they can improve their life and their business, whatever that may be, up to the point of when they hire you. So just continue to educate and continue and ask them what it is that they want to know. What questions do they have? So we're always polling your audience, and you also want to answer any objections that they have about your service offer, and in the same way of creating a video and helping them understand any false beliefs that they may have, by giving examples, giving stories, and overcoming that and going to the next, so that they can move closer down to that conversion hole. So this is a quote that I like from Frank Kern. He says, if you help people solve small problems, they're going to hire you for the big problems. It's a great quote. It's very true, especially with service-based type practices, businesses. And just continue to provide that upfront value to people. It goes back to 3 things that people need in order to hire you, and that's to know you, to like you, and trust you. And the best way to do that is using video and authority marketing. The next way, and this is above everything else, this is the most powerful way to help someone make the decision to hire you, and that is to give social proof, and as much of it as you possibly can. So interviewing your clients, having case studies, asking them questions about, what was the problem they were trying to solve before they hired you, what results did they get, how has it changed their lives now, how would their life be if they hadn't hired you, and what's something that they can tell people who are on the fence about, who are considering hiring us. What would you tell those people? So when you have your clients say these things, it's very powerful, because they are essentially evangelizing on your behalf for the thing that you're offering. So having that social proof and putting it everywhere, on opt-in pages, landing pages, websites, in direct mail, brochures, all the above. The core really marketing piece is around your social proof, and having even having like printouts of your reviews and put them on your walls. If you have a lot of you're on Zoom, so in your background, put them right there so people can see them. In your waiting room, you run like video testimonials before you jump on the meeting with them. Just hit them with proof anywhere and everywhere that they're looking. That's the strongest form of marketing, is always going to be that. Secondarily, then it comes in with the authority pieces. So, and those testimonials they're actually very easy to get, and all you got to do is just ask. Say, hey, can you do me a favor, Joe? Can I just have a quick Zoom interview with you? Just want to ask, how Do a quick case study. Are you open to that? Yes or no? Get a yes. Okay, great. Here's the link to book the meeting. See you there. Real simple. It's just a conversation. So ask for those as much as you possibly can. The next way is, so this would be way number 6, is, and I see this happen, this is probably the biggest thing that I've seen that hinder lawyers is they try to be everything, and this goes back to niching down and choosing just one audience and going really, committing to being an expert in one particular type of service for this one audience. So if you're a generalist, if you're doing multiple things, really just pick one, and pick one kind of service that you're going to deliver, and just be the absolute best at it. That is the fastest way to scale and to make the most amount of money and to help the most amount of people, because you get really, really good at doing the same thing over and over. It's much easier to scale that. That's why McDonald's is so huge. They had a system, and they just scaled the system and duplicated it all over the world. I think now they have like 36,000 restaurants around the globe. So the same thing applies to when building when delivering your service for your law firm. Is you're the one shop that does X. All you do are special needs trusts. All you do are family law or divorces. All you do is EB-5 or E2, investment visas. All you do are contracts. So pick just one, get really good at it, master it, and then show other people how to do the same thing so that you can scale up. You could partner with other law firms who share the same vision, same alignment, same values. Partner with them, and then you basically kind of franchise your practice. That's how you scale really fast. That's how you can scale nationally, even internationally. So, depending what it is and how big the market is. But it all starts with just having one service and being really, really good at that one service. And that becomes much easier to automate, because it's the same thing over and over. It's the same SOPs, same potential outcomes, and everyone can row the boat at the same time a lot faster when it's the same thing. So narrow that down, and what you want to do is, this goes into developing your offer, what's called your irresistible offer. And what you want to do is achieve what I like to call legal market fit. This is derived from a Silicon Valley saying, which is a product market fit. And to achieve that starts, of course, with your client, and really going deep with them to find out, what is it that they actually want? What do they really want? What are they doing before they hire you? What what are like the little things that they're trying to put together before they hire you for the legal help? What are the things after they hire you? So let's say, use an example of business services, so like a business formation. So they're starting a business. Well, when you're starting a business, yes, you need the right docs, you need the right type of entity, you need to have the right if it's bylaws, service agreements, you need to get all your web policies in place. If they have a website, if they're e-commerce, they need a logo, they need marketing, they need potentially strategic partners, they need trademarking. So there's this whole array of services that they actually need to be successful. So what you do is, when they hire your law firm, they're getting all of that with you. And some of the things that aren't, you're not a marketing expert or an ads expert or direct mail or a designer. What you do is you just source these other specialties or services into your bundle, and you can charge a premium for that. And that's how you want to think about when you're making your offer to your particular client. And you find this out by simply asking them, hey, what is it that you need? What are you struggling with? What's keeping you up at night when for starting a business? And let them tell you, and then you create your offer for that. So another quote I like from Bill Glazer, he says, ask your customer or client what they want and just give it to them. So it's really easy. Just talk to them. And what you want to do is you create this, it's called a value stack or an offer stack, but basically it's pieced out everything in a big list format that they get when they hire you, with the values attached next to it. So they get this total value of like $150,000, and when it's this, like, it's a business growth and protection launcher delivered in 30 days. You handle all the legal stuff, all the give them the marketing strategy, do the competitive research and analysis, trademark registration, support, access to mastermind, access to community, all the goodies, all the stuff, and it's all for the low cost of just $10K, and it's $150,000 value. So it's this behemoth of an offer that your client told you that they want. And you keep selling these, and of course the more that you sell, this validates your offer. And you can have, like, what you want to do is you have two versions of it. So you have a premium version that you show on the front end. So the premium is $25,000. The main offer is 10. So they're kind of like blown away by 25K. Gee, I don't know if I can come up with that. I'm serious about my business, but that's a little bit of a stretch for me. But I can do 10K. So I'll do this for 10K, and we can get going. So you want to have two options. Always give at least two, not yes or no, because then potentially they could tell you no. So that's a little trick in there to increase your conversions on the front end. And number 7 is everything, all of your channels, all of your traffic, everything should be going to a funnel. And a funnel is simply just a multi-step process that converts prospects into clients, as opposed to sending people to a website, which usually you're going to have a lot of different information on there. Yes, it's very helpful, but many websites, it's just this archive of information, and there's lots of links everywhere for them to click onto and click off, and you end up leaking all of your traffic away. Whereas with the funnel, they go to one page, usually it's an opt-in page, and it's to take one action. So it's one path to take one action, and that's to contact you. And then when they contact you, they go to the next page, which is usually an indoctrination page with a video that overcomes their objections, that explains, shows social proof, has interviews with your clients, explains benefits by hiring your firm, and then next call to action is to book a call so that you can get on the phone and you can close them. So all of your traffic, whether it's email, whether it's like inbound calls from local service ads, from your website, from Avvo, from FindLaw, from Martindale Hubbell, from Legal Match, from any source, what you do is capture all that and get it all going to one place, one funnel, so that we can catch them, put them into our world. And this is a bonus tip, is you create traffic that you own, as instead of traffic that you don't control or traffic that you control. So some examples being traffic that you that you don't control would be like SEO traffic. That could, you can be on page one day and be off the next. YouTube traffic, your videos could be ranking and then they're gone. And then traffic that you can control are like paid ads, Facebook, Google ads. You can control that traffic because you're showing up on page one or you're showing up in people's news feeds. But the platforms still own the traffic ultimately. You're just controlling where the views are coming from or the clicks. And then the traffic that you actually own is traffic that you are showing up in their inbox every day, 24/7, not 24/7, but consistently for indefinitely. And you're just continuously giving value each and every time, building that authority and building trust, likability, and knowability. So that's why it's actually the most important piece of data to collect is their email address, because that's your ticket into their inbox for assuming that you continue to make good value indefinitely. So those are the top 7 ways to attract high-paying clients to your law firm. So it's niching down, it's doing authority marketing with video, it's telling stories to prove your point so that people come to their own conclusions about what it is that you want them to believe. It's educating your audience, just continuously giving value, providing social proof, and focusing on delivering just one kind of service so you can easily scale and duplicate yourself, and keeping everything in, going to a funnel. So hopefully you got value from this, and if you haven't already booked a call and spoken with our team, definitely you want to do so and apply for the Law Firm Accelerator. There's a few spots open right now, so but really we only open this up a couple times a year. So if you're seeing this now, it means it's open now, but there's only a couple spots. So go ahead and apply, and we'll see if it's a good fit or not. And if you have spoken to our team, go ahead and reach back out to them. And if there's any questions that you have, we're happy to answer those and just get you onto the path of 2 to 4xing your current revenue in the next 6 to 12 months or sooner. We do help you create a lot of content like this for your audience. There's several different kinds of frameworks that we've embedded into this, and it's all plug and play. But if you're ready to take the next step and actually add $500 to $1 million to your bottom line, that's what we want to help you do, and we want to help you do it without creating more work for you and enabling you to be free by automating everything that goes on in your firm. So talk to you soon, counsel. Looking forward to it.